Okay, joining us now to talk about all of this, we have CNN political commentators Ana Navarro and Steve Cortes. Steve, I want to start with you because I read in the notes that you call this an excellent new policy. So what do you like about it?
Yeah, and by the way, you play the crying children there, and I have nothing but empathy for those children. And their parents have completely mistreated them by committing a crime with their childern in tow. But you could also, if you don't want to demagogue...
Let me just stop you point by point. So you know that these parents aren't doing this for a fun vacation, right? You know that they're coming from Honduras and from whatever their horrible situation is. So when you say they've mistreated them, you know they're trying to get their kids a better life.
Okay, and I'm glad you mentioned that, by the way, because if they're coming from Honduras, which a lot are, the first place they can request asylum is Mexico. Instead, they have chosen to cross the gigantic country of Mexico to come to the United States.
And why
which
would
tells
they
me
do
they're
that,
not just
Steve?
trying to get out of trouble in Honduras, because they're economic migrants, because they want what we have in the United States. And I don't begrudge them wanting that, by the way, but it's also our right as a country to determine who gets to enter the United States and under what circumstances. And that's not racist. It's not xenophobic. No. That's just common sense.
We're allowed to
and
have
we can also
immigration
play
policy.
the crying.
Hold on one second, Steve. We're allowed to have immigration policy. Do you think that separating children, some of them toddlers, as you heard there, is the most effective immigration policy that we could have?
I think if people commit crimes, they need to be prosecuted, whether it's an American breaking and entering into a house or a Honduran breaking and entering into our country. Unfortunately, when people commit crimes in the U.S., elsewhere, they are separated from their children. That's a terrible consequence for the child. It's not the child's fault, but it doesn't mean that we can hold the parent blameless and allow them to wantonly break the law and have an open border, which is terrible for our economic and national security.
And one last thing, Steve. You know that there is a law on our books that protects families that come here seeking asylum. How do you know that they're not seeking asylum?
Because they're not doing it the right way. When you sneak across the border, you can't request asylum. When you come to a checkpoint, Allison, learn the law. You have to come to the checkpoint and raise your hand and say, I'm here for asylum. And if you do that, even right now, even today, you are not separated from your children because you're not committing a crime.
I don't think that's what the 1967 protocol says. But okay, so you're saying
that is exactly what happens.
So
but if you sneak across, if you sneak across and commit a crime, and then once you're caught say, oh, I'd like asylum as a backup plan, well, that doesn't work. And then you are going to be separated from your children. If you come the right way and ask for asylum at the checkpoints, as you're supposed to, at the legal crossing points, then we take a look at the merits of that case.
Okay. Anna, your thoughts on all this?
It's just...